Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the OSCA 2024B Weekend Woodsman Series here on 3 Wide Television. Tonight we're at Homestead Miami Speedway. This track is going to be great. My name is Jeremy Briggs along Carlos Acosta with awesome Vic Bloom up here as well. Carlos, maybe we got just a little bit time left here in qualifying. I think we'll get right to our picks here quick so Vic can get back to his duties.
Yeah, you're up first, Jeremy. Who you got?
Oh, I'm up first. I'm going to go with the number 77 of Jake Scarborough.
Really good pick. I like that pick. Who you got, Carlos?
Let's see. I have a feeling that tonight, a certain... Oh, I can't pick him. Oh, no. Whatever am I gonna do? I have a feeling today Santi is going to be able to take it home here at Homestead.
That is a pick. I don't know that we're not going to go with a Redux 3 though. I'm going to go with Cameron Rich for my pick.
Nice. I was eyeballing him as well. I was definitely thinking about that. Good choice. Well, we appreciate Vic coming up here and coming up with our Binks Designs Broadcast Championship picks as Vic, Carlos, and Jeremy, and Trevor all in the hunt. Trevor, I just got a 2-point lead over him. I just forgot his picks in tonight. We're really close there in the standings.
People are lacking.
Racing here.
People are lacking.
Yeah. I myself have done that as well, and this is what the hole has gotten me, is I'm about 100 and some odd points behind. So as we look ahead here, though, for qualifying, this is group qualifying. As you can see, multiple cars out here right now. A lot of drivers have already taken their times as we just got a few seconds left here. Carlos, the track has some pretty gusty winds, 16 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. And it's going to be quite the eventful night. I believe the first half will be in the somewhat sun daytime, and the second half should be under the lights.
Yep, that's how it should be.
All right, exciting stuff. 2 halves tonight, 33 laps each. As we get ready tonight for the first half. As you can see, David Toker there on the outside, Cameron Rich, David Toker, Cameron Rich on the outside, Ethan Burrell on the inside of the second row, Noah Brown there in fourth, Cooper Johnson starts there in fifth, Daniel Gore on his outside in sixth. Love the Danny G on the side, that's pretty sweet. Seventh, Gilberto Gomera out there in seventh. Jake Scarborough starts in the 8th position. Just right here at the edge of the top 10, Kynan Jones will be starting 9th, and Ryan Gavel in the number 1 starting 10th. In the 11th starting spot, we got the number 9 of David Westergreen. In starting 12th, we've got the number 88 of Santiago Aguirre. Starting 13th, we've got the 09 of James Miller. And in the 14th spot, the number 13 of Dylan Thomas. And in the last car in the top 15 here, we got the number 75 of Dylan Gooden. And on his outside, in the 16th starting spot, the number 10 of Ty McIntosh. In the 17th starting position, the number 39 of James Watson. And starting 18th, the number 6 of Zach Evans. 19th will be the number 7 of Ray Bracey, and 20th will be Miguel Perniciglio in the 20th starting position. 21st will be Matt Hackathorn, and the 22nd spot will be Dustin Dewar. 23rd will be Dallas Mahan, and 24th will be Dave Carpenter. 25th, last driver to take time, will be Thomas Capiano. 26th, not taking time in qualifying, would be Alex Kenton. Rashid Coles will be 27th. Adam Peeler not taking any times at all, 28th, and Caden Tufts as well, 29th. I believe those drivers that did not take times also got an end of line. Dylan Thomas, I believe, will also be in EOL.
While we get a quick moment while everybody is looking at ourselves ready, why don't we go ahead and take a current look at the points heading into tonight. We'll get a little bit more of the extended look just a little bit later. But Daniel Gore, your current points leader. James Miller, he's got almost a 100-point lead. Excuse me, Daniel Gore has almost a 100-point lead over James Miller. It's getting close. Ryan Gavel, not too close from second place. Caden Tubbs fourth, and James Watson currently in fifth. And in the team standing, Redux Racing has just been dominating, but not too far behind the Shift Esports, who I believe is already, excuse me, they're currently in second, and behind them in third is Team Mixture Rich. So it's a very competitive up here for the top 3-4 points.
Pretty cool to see the team points that close. Must be a great format as well, working out for these drivers. Pace truck making a left-hand turn. We are here at Homestead, Miami. Half one, 33 laps. Green flag is in the air. Toker, Rich leading us down into turns 1 and 2 with the 44 of Ethan Burrell and the 65 of Noah Brown right there on their heels. I love this progressive banking. You see cars born in the top, cars born in the bottom. My beliefs when we get later into this run, I believe everybody will probably try to run up to the top, but some cars might be better on the bottom if they save their tires.
Yeah, running the top line at a track like this where it's very momentum heavy base is going to be key, but you do have to make sure you have the tires there to back it up. I love Homestead Miami Speedway. It's absolutely my favorite racetrack in the world, and the fact that I live about 40 minutes away from it doesn't really mean anything, because it would still be one of my favorite racetracks, if not my favorite racetrack in the world, if I lived somewhere else. But I love this track, and I can't wait for it to hopefully eventually come back to being the season finale everywhere.
Yes, absolutely. Looks like 36 laps of fuel the distance tonight. So fuel just on the edge of good to go to the end, but it'll be very close. These drivers have to make sure they have some in the tank just in case we maybe get a green, white checkered at some point. We don't want that, but this is some great battling up front and throughout the field here early on. As you can see there, number 52 of Toker still leading the way. Burrell there in second. Excuse me, looks like Rich now in second, my apologies. Burrell back to third with Noah Brown trying to put the pressure on there. The 65, the 69. They're the orange of Daniel Gore right there in fifth spot, making his charge towards the front as always every week. Always a threat. Daniel Gore, a great driver, and always great to have him in the booth for interviews. As you can see there, number 77 of Jake Scarborough just on the outside of the top 5. So everybody up front right now getting pretty much nose to tail, kind of biding their time. These 33 laps will go pretty quick here at Homestead. So a quick night of racing for these drivers. Bathurst was definitely a long one. As we got, looks like Daniel Gore trying to get the top to work early on. Lap 4 underway.
Yeah, I ran a couple of laps here in the late night practice session last night, and there weren't too many drivers out there running laps, but I did go out there, ran a couple, and while it was definitely fun to get the momentum up high, it was definitely quicker staying committed to that white line there at the bottom, and getting a good drive off is going to be hard. It's going to be key, but it's going to be hard to do with how loose the vehicle gets, especially on colder tires. Now, because I was just hot lapping, I don't actually know how the car was feeling after a couple laps, but early on, it's loosey-goosey on the inside. You definitely want to be on the outside to maintain stability, but of course, all these guys running up front, they're not in this for stability or comfort. They're trying to get the win, so they're going as hard as they can.
Right now, top 15 cars in their own group. Then you look back, the 16th position, the number 32 of Dustin Dewar, pretty much leading the second pack. 2 packs right now, early on, 7 laps in. Number 32 there of Dustin Dewar leading the way. Not sure if this is some type of fuel-saving strategy between a couple of drivers, or if we just maybe had an incident at some point. But right now, 2 packs of racing. To see how it plays out here throughout the last few laps. Oh, we got one
Bojo
car right there. Got very loose. And number 7.
Yep. Last week we had the special 2016 year themed of Bathurst 1000 schemes. So we had very untraditional for the NASCAR side looking paint schemes. But this week we are back to normal traditional style, and you know, it was good to see all the drivers have special looking paint schemes.
It was really cool to see everybody really playing a part of that. You know, it's cool to see a league. Everybody, you know, some leagues you get where people just run the same scheme over and over again. Sometimes they don't even put any work into their schemes, but to have the whole league of drivers all participate in a throwback style scheme, like you said, also not a NASCAR style scheme. It was cool to see up here in the broadcast booth. But this week we are back to pretty much normal schemes as we ride there on the 3-wide television vehicle there. This number 88 there of Santiago Aguirre, excuse me. Right there in 11th, starting to fall back just a little bit.
Santiago has a very special looking scheme tonight, and that is a tribute to, I had it here, I don't know what happened to my notes. No, why don't you go ahead and keep on talking, I'll see if I can pull that up.
Yeah, I'll keep rolling here while you grab the notes. Oh, looks like we got the 28 wall slapping back here in the field. The 28 machine of Miguel Percosilio. Not sure what he's in the wall again. Not sure if he's trying to figure out how to get that bubble of air, but unfortunately there's no bubble of air helping him right now, and he's just kind of wall riding, and that's not helping his lap times. Takes the bottom line this time through turns 1 and 2, decides the wall is not it. The answer right now, and it looks like almost 3 wide there on the exit of 2. Between the number 10 of Ty McIntosh, the 6 out there as well. The 6 will be Zach Evans up there against the wall. You got the 35 of Gilberto Gamarez playing along as well. Great battle right here at the edge of the top 15. As these drivers starting to fall back to that second pack. The second pack's caught up to them. Oh, the 6 loose. The 6, oh, we've got contact. We've got a wreck back here on the backstretch. The 6 of Zach Evans, the 35 of Gilberto Gamero.
That's a caution.
Is going to bring out the yellow.
And what a hard caution that was. A hard hit for both of those drivers. See if we can go ahead and pull up a replay, see what happened to Gilberto, Javier Gomera, and Zach Evans. 2 league favorite drivers. Bojo not Bojo, excuse me, sorry. Zach Evans got loose, and unfortunately he tried overcorrecting it once, twice, 3 times, and the 3rd time Gilberto was there and had nowhere to go.
Unfortunately, the 35 was just kind of an innocent bystander. The 6 just getting a little loose there on the exit. Not sure if the seams upset him, but just was trying to catch it. And 35 with a lot of momentum there, obviously. Got to drive hard off of these exits to keep up with the pack, and that's going to bring almost the whole field to pit road right here.
Yeah, almost everyone's down pit road right now.
Looks like 19 laps to go. 20 laps to go, excuse me. And we've got, looks like everybody's going to be, yes, taking 4 tires, getting some fuel in that tank to make sure they're good to go. And the 29 there is going to lead us.
6 drivers stayed out. That's going to be Ethan Burrell, currently going to be your race leader. Ryan Gavel in 2nd. Jake Scarborough stayed out in 3rd. Kylan Jones 4th. Ty McIntosh 5th. And Dusty Dragon Dewar is in 6th place. He's going to be the one that's going to be kind of getting it the hardest.
Yep, going to be right there on the edge of the cars that have pitted. We'll see what 13 lap fresher tires look like. As we will re-rack them and restack them for half number 1 on 3-wide television. I believe it looks like this is the 3-wide television 100 as well. Speaking of 3-wide television, Carlos, I believe tomorrow's your birthday, and I wanted to say happy birthday here on the air from everybody, and hope you have a good one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, half number 2 will unofficially be known as the how many laps are there tonight?
33 each.
33. unofficially going to be known as the 33 before 30. So it's going to be the final 33 laps I broadcast before I turn 30.
All right. I love the way you made the creativity there. As the pace truck lights are off. Like you said, Ethan Burrell, Ryan Gavel, Jake Scarborough, Kynan Jones, Ty McIntosh, and Dustin Dewar stayed out with 15 lap older tires than Cameron Rich, David Toker, Noah Brown, Daniel Gore, and the rest of the field. We'll take a quick look at our analysis there. Homestead, Miami Speedway, current temperature is 83 degrees.
Please ignore that. I'm having issues with SDK right now.
Well, that's okay because we're going to talk about that with a track temperature of 93, but we do have a pretty gusty wind of 14 to 16, 17 miles an hour. So these drivers are probably feeling those effects of the wind going through the turns as the pace truck makes the left-hand turn. The number 44 of Ethan Burrell is going to bring us back to the green flag as it's in the air. And oh, the number 1 of Ryan Gavel. And it looks like Jake Scarborough right there behind him. Excuse me, Kynan Jones. Some action there on the restart, but that's going to put Ethan Burrell in a really good seat to pull away. Almost 3 wide here up at the front, but definitely 3 wide action towards the back. Everybody's going to fan out here through turns 3 and 4 from the bottom to the top. Got to be careful along that walls. Oh, contact on the bottom though. As it looks like the number 10 of Ty McIntosh just squeezes up in front of the number 77 of Jake Scarborough. You got the number 23 there, excuse me, 29. Cameron Rich, the three-ride television machine, making all passes on the bottom with those fresh tires as he continues to make his march towards the front as he gets past the number 1 of Ryan Gavel. Sets his sights to the front. Come around to 16 laps to go. Look at this bee's nest here. Wow, cars all over the place. These drivers, ooh, Ty McIntosh is going to get spun out. Aguirre as well involved in 73rd, Kynan Jones. The 28, Miguel Bersiglio is involved as well. Heavy contact for everyone. I just saw at the edge of the screen, I said, really close for McIntosh, and the next thing you know, he was in the wall as Kynan Jones drives through the sand gravel trap here at Homestead, Miami to try to make it back on the track. We'll take a look at this replay and see what happened, what transpired to make this huge wreck. With 15 laps to go, McIntosh, oh, looks like McIntosh might have just came up. I'm not sure. We'll have to see another angle, but Kynan Jones just was outside. That's for those two cars. Those are the 2 cars that made contact. And Aguirre, just an innocent bystander. There's a look at it. Man, it's really hard to tell. It's hard to see if they were just 2 cars trying to go for the same spot, or it didn't really look like to me somebody came up to somebody else. It just kind of looks like they were both in the same spot at the same time. And unfortunately, big wreck here. That's going to bring the number 44 of Ethan Burrell to pit road. The number 65 is going to stay out. The number 1 of Ryan Gavel will commit. I believe bring Jake Scarborough as well as we continue to look at the replays. Oh, man, it happened so fast. Driving at these high speeds of 180 plus going into these turns. You're just getting yourself set up to make sure you're just inches away from that wall when you're on that high line. This, the higher you are, the better it is. The faster it goes. Oh man! Just turns left, trying to stay away, and unfortunately, nothing you can do. He's gonna tow right away. He knows that half one is over for him. The McIntosh machine number 10. Man, heavy hits at 28, obviously involved as well. Miguel Bersiglio. Believe we will get ready next time around to double them up. Get ready to go back racing underground. We'll I believe we'll have 12 laps to go when we go green. Carlos, these halves are going to be quick, and as you can tell, everybody's trying to just get every position they can right now, because you got to get every point you can tonight if you want to try to stay in that championship hunt.
Yeah, very little room for error here tonight. As you mentioned, this is the shortest night of the season in terms of projected time, as well as actual race distance. Only 100 miles here tonight across both races, 33 laps each. So, you know, very little room to make mistakes. This is a track that's not really forgiving in terms of being able to be fast here. It's a momentum-based track. You know, you're not going to make bad mistakes that's going to take you out of the competition. But this track, if you have to let off the throttle, if you overdrive a corner, or if you underdrive it and then try to overdrive it, it's going to cost you spots. Momentum-based track, like I mentioned, especially if you're on the inside line, can't afford to get off the throttle unless you absolutely have to, because otherwise you're going to get passed by a bunch of cars.
Great insight, Carlos. Thank you so much. As we get ready to come to the green, drivers were given the 1-to-go signal on the backstretch. Cameron Rich, Noah Brown, your front row. James Miller, Daniel Gore, your second row. David Toger, Cooper Johnson, Matt Hackathorn, Dylan Thomas, Ray Bracey, Dylan Gooden, your top 10. We are back to green. As the number 29 of Cameron Rich leads the way, the 3-wide television machine. Heavy hitter still right there behind him, though. So Daniel Gore, several wins this season. So far, so good. Different strategies throughout the field. One car, 44, came down to pit. We'll have to see his progress back to the front.
Yeah, Cameron Rich right now in a fantastic position, not just because he loves this track. He's had great success, but he's also had major issues. We'll talk about some of those later, but Cameron Rich, so far everything is playing out his way. He is driving the RKM number 29, which has won 3 times this season with 3 different drivers, and every single time it's been in half number 1. Unfortunately, half number 2 for that 29 after its wins has been the opposite of good luck. But Cameron Rich sitting high, wide, and handsome right now with almost about to be 10 laps to go and across the line now. Homestead, he's won a championship here at Homestead. He's been crowned before. He's also had unfortunate luck where a certain underperforming Peruvian driver once took him out of competition early on in an old 3-wide racing league. But you know, apparently all things have been okay because he is driving for that team owner right now.
Great stuff. As you can see, the 09 machine here of James Miller. Miller right there in the points championship, trying to have a good points night. There in the 09 machine with Noah Brown hot on his heels as well. The 52, our pole sitter for half, number 1 right there in 4th place. Cooper Johnson in 5th. Daniel Gore is just right there on the outside, trying to get around back into the top 5. You can see those 2 drivers swapping positions, really tight racing between the 65 and the 52. Really side drafting him as we get an awesome onboard shot of a real life shot along with our 3-wide multicam here under this green flag run with 8 laps to go. A lot can happen. Daniel Gore, Redux Racing Machine. Danny G right there, as you can see on the side machine. It's so cool to see. Because these drivers are really wheeling these machines. Gotta be really smooth but fast. It's Cameron Rich. Just kind of hanging out there at an 0.8 of a second lead over James Miller. We'll see if he can hold on to it as we're gonna be coming to 7 laps to go. Scarborough, 77.
Oh, caution's out.
Jake Scarborough, the 77, with issues in turns 3 and 4. Let's get a replay here with 3-wide television up against the wall already. Looks like the left front is broke. Right front probably broke as well.
That might be an actual wheel issue. The car was turned all the way to To the right? Well, I don't know. Actually, no, it may not have been a wheel issue. Let's see.
Maybe just
May have
stuck
to go
in the
further
wall
back.
there.
Hold on.
Yeah, it looks like he's just sucked into the wall there. Because the wheel gets turned to the right.
Pay attention here to his wheel movements.
Great illustration by the teleprompter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow,
you're
yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay, so he did the selfless thing of once the car got stuck to the wall, he just cranked it as far right as he could so that he doesn't get in everybody's way. Trying not to bring out a caution, but unfortunately, I think he just slowed down too much and brought out the caution anyway. So not what he wanted to do, but you know, at least we know that he wasn't trying to bring it out on purpose.
Great heads up driving there by the number 77 machine. Looks like just about a handful of drivers came down pit road that time. Either some fresh tires here for these last few laps.
Yeah,
I believe
right
he will
now.
come back around and get the 1 to green signal.
Right now, 20th and back are currently in pit road, with the exception of Dave Carpenter, who's getting his lap back. But a lot of crashed cars for a very short race. It's definitely not what a lot of these drivers kind of expected. It's not what we expected for, from people here in Homestead in general. Homestead known for having maybe a caution or two here or there, especially towards the end. But you usually get like a long, almost green flag run. Of course, we're running short races. We're not really going to expect drivers to have to pit for, unless caution comes out or they hit the wall or something. But yeah, it's you're not going to get a true long green flag run unless we go caution free all the way. But it's still we expected them to go a couple more laps without having issues.
As the field begins to double up, I believe we'll see those pace truck lights get extinguished onto the backstretch. The rest of the field begins to catch up. There we go. There is the signal to the drivers for a 1 lap to green. It'll be a 4-lap shootout. Cameron Rich, your leader. James Miller second. Noah Brown third. David Toker fourth. Cooper Johnson is fifth. Daniel Gore is sixth. Dylan Thomas, 7th, Matt Hackathorn, 8th, Ethan Burrell and Dylan Gooden rounding out our top 10 for drivers. This first half has been very high energy, very intense. Drivers making very tight moves, tight decisions, just trying to get every position they can. Fortunately, some very big wrecks. We'll have to see how these last 4 laps continue on as the pace truck is off. Cameron Rich is in the start zone. He fires off with a great restart over James Miller. But James Miller's got the 52 on his back bumper, trying to give him a push. Can he get in front of the 65? He will. 65 gives him space. The 09 of James Miller. The James Miller as we ride on board. Great VR shot there. Trying to do what he can. As you can see, this Cameron Rich is right there in his reach. Look at that, side by side, right behind him for third.
Contact!
Poker, Noah Brown. Wow, look at this. Unbelievable racing between these two drivers. Absolutely great racing, side by side, door to door. And James Miller is not pulling away. That is how fast these drivers are driving behind him. They're right on the edge. Man, these are some great laps. We got 3 laps to go here in half one. I can't believe how fast it's going. Come around to 2 laps to go. Still side by side for third. Everybody else kind of strung out there to about the edge of the top 10. Cameron Rich just wants to come back around and see that white flag. Cameron Rich started this race in the 2nd position. Been up front for pretty much all night so far. As he continues to drive away from James Miller then in 2nd. James Miller now with some breathing room over the 65 of Noah Brown. In 3rd of David Toker and Cooper Johnson rounding on our top 5. We are coming around for 1 lap to go here on 3 Wide Television. This is going to be a great battle. Can he get there for 5th? Multicam is up. You can see Ryan Gamble moving his way into the top 10. 52 into 44, side by side Burrell and David Toker. But Cameron Rich, lots of breathing room up front. Looks like James Miller is not going to have anything for him. Cameron Rich out of turn 4 in the 3-wide television machine is going to win half number 1. James Miller, Ethan Burrell sneaks himself into the podium spot. David Toker 4th. Noah Brown round out our top 5.
I believe it's Tucker.
Tucker. Okay, thank you for that correction. Tucker.
Cameron Rich, 17th win for RKM since it's joined OSCA. And I think all but 3 or 4 wins have not been from Cameron Rich. So Cameron Rich, easily the winningest driver for RKM, and the 4th win of the season, and the first time that the 29 car has won with the same driver twice.
That car is definitely stout. We have a few minutes here for warm-up. The track is definitely going to go through quite a few changes as the lights will be getting turned on as we welcome Vic back up here into the booth. We'll get Vic in here and we'll get these picks underway. Vic, real quick, man, that was a really eventful first half. This short half really played into some great racing.
Really did, didn't it?
I was on the edge of my seat the whole race. You would have thought they were coming here for the championship.
I mean, honestly, great track for a championship race. I don't know why they don't do it anymore.
I have yet to hear somebody to disagree with Homestead being a championship race. It's just plays so well in everybody's hands, and I'm excited for half number 2, especially the track going to cool off quite a bit. It's going to make these cars maybe just a tick faster on the stopwatch. Let's get ready to grab our picks. Who's going to lead the way here, Vic?
We got Carlos up first, the birthday boy.
Yeah, it did not work out, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction. I think Ryan Galvo's going to give himself a good, strong second half finish.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's not a bad pick. Jeremy, you're up.
All right, we talked about the number 29 machine early on. Obviously not having good luck in the second half, but I'm hoping the number 29, Cameron Rich, will have better luck in the second half and maybe drive himself back up to the front here.
Well, you can hope for that, but you picked him in half one last week, bud.
Ooh.
Did it really?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Wow. Well, I'll be damned.
I'll be.
I guess I was looking at the wrong list. I was in the wrong section. All right. Well, let's bring out James Miller then. See if he can bring himself back up towards the front.
Yeah, I like that pick. It's a good pick. You know, but that might be a good pick. But I'm here to pick winners. All right. I'm here to pick winners, and you know, I'm gonna go for somebody a little unconventional. I'm gonna go for. Is he even here?
That was a close one.
It was the close one. I'm gonna go with the
It's
91.
almost like picking somebody you already picked. Is you're gonna pick the number 91 for your second half pick of Cooper Johnson. We'll see how it plays out for you. Should be a great race. He's been really good this year as well. As Vic has exited the chat, we'll get ready here just shortly, the next 2 minutes or so for the second half. Looks like just a couple drivers out there just getting some laps, try to check out this track as it begins to lose temperature.
There is one thing.
Winds are definitely
There is one thing we do have
factor.
to do. Let's actually go over the final race results here for half number 1. Obviously, Cameron Rich did end up victorious. Let me go ahead and select the scene here. James Miller finished second, Ethan Burrell third, David Tucker fourth. Noah Brown got a nice top 5 finish. Cooper Johnson 6th. Cooper has been coming in strong lately after having a long string of bad luck. He's slowly been turning it around. Daniel Gore in 7th. Dylan Thomas 8th. Ryan Gabble got himself a nice top 10 in 9th. And Matt Hackathorn, nice top 10. Go ahead and take it away.
As you said, Matt Hackathorn right there in the top 10. We had Dylan Gooden right there just outside in 11th. Thomas Capuano right there in 12th. Caden Tufts in 13th. James Watson was 14th. 15th, you've got Ray Bracey finishing it off. And the 16th finisher was David Westergreen. 17th was Dallas Mahan. Jake Scarborough, unfortunately, finished off 18th after that late race incident. 19th, Alex Kenton. 20th was Zach Evans. 21st was Rashid Coles. 22nd finisher was our last car on the lead lap was Dustin Dewar. 23rd, David Carpenter. 24th, Gilberto Javier Gomeri.
What?
I'm so sorry.
Ray?
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put that in the quick shifts. He butchered
please.
that name in all kinds
So
of ways.
bad.
Yeah, Gilberto Javier Gomera.
Javier, oh my goodness. I embarrassed myself. I'm really bad with names. This Kynan Jones was 25th. 26th was Miguel Perniciglio. Michiel. See, I can't even get that. See, I gotta get myself a cheat sheet. Santiago Aguirre was 27th. 28th, Time McIntosh. 29th, Adam Peeler.
Yeah, Vic. For driver sign-ups next year, you're gonna need to have people write in, like phonetically how they pronounce their name, so that we can add it into the certain commentators, so that they know how to pronounce other people's names.
Yeah, yep, that's totally me. I'll take all the blame in that one for that drivers. As looks like the session is complete. The sun will set just a little more. Then we'll get ready for half number 2. And speaking of half number 2, we will look at our starting grid here shortly. All right, on the pole, the number 32 of Dustin Dewar. In second place, the number 66 of Rashid Coles. Starting off in the third spot, they're going to have the number 6 of Zach Evans. In the fourth spot, you'll have the number 14 of Alex Kenton. In the fifth spot, you'll have the number 77 of Jake Scarborough. In sixth, you'll have the number 45 of Dallas Mahan. In seventh, we'll have the number 9 of David Westergreen. In the eighth starting position, we'll have the number 7 of Ray Bracey. In the 9th starting position, we'll have the number 39 of James Watson. In the number 10th spot, we'll have the 00 of Caden Tufts. In the 11th starting spot, we'll have Thomas Capuano. In the 12th spot, we'll have the 75 of Dylan Gooden. In the 13th starting position, we'll have the number 04 of Matt Hackathorn. In the 14th starting spot, we'll have the number 1, Ryan Gabble. In the 15th starting position, we'll have the number 13 of Dylan Thomas. In the 16th starting spot, the number 69, Daniel Gore. 17th starting position, the number 91 of Cooper Johnson. 18th starting position of the number 65 of Noah Brown. In the 19th starting position, we have the number 52 of David Tooker. In the 20th starting spot, we have the number 44, Ethan Burrell. The number 21st starting spot, we have the 09, James Miller. 22nd will be their first half winner, 29, Cameron Rich. Dave Carpenter will start off in 23rd. 24th will be the number 35. 25th will be the 73 of Kynan Jones. 26th will be the number 28 of Miguel Perniciglio. Santiago Aguirre starting there in the 27th spot. 28th will be Ty McIntosh. Adam Peeler rounding out our field.
Well, it's
Well,
almost
Carlos,
time for the unofficial race name change. We got ourselves the 3Y TV presents the 33 before 30.
all I gotta say is welcome to the decade of 30. I've been here for 2 years, and my back really is starting to hurt.
My back's already been hurting since I was 18.
Oh, man. So you already know what's going on. Doesn't get any better.
No, a couple of days ago, I woke up with a little bit of hip pain, and then I realized, oh no. Oh no, this is how it starts.
Extreme change in track conditions as we come to the green flag. This time, track temperature only 79 degrees. I believe we were up into the 90s for the first half. These drivers just have quite a few more a couple more tenths more of speed here in the second half with just a little bit more grip, cooler temps. The 32, the 66. Gonna lead the way here. Carlos, lead us out.
Pace car pulling off in. We got Dustin Dewar and Rashid Coles in the front row from the invert. And green flag is out for 33 more fantastic laps here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Oh, Cooper Johnson hits a car and they're in the wall. No caution out, but a couple damaged cars out there on the front stretch. Not quite sure just what happened.
Man, Chaos already almost car gets us a 28. He's gonna almost 75 to 39 in the 04. All involved in this as well. Oh my goodness, lap 1 mayhem.
I have no idea what happened.
Cars spinning everywhere. Carlos, we have so much to digest here. We're gonna have replays after replays.
Yeah, we sure are. Let's see what happened. I'm seeing Cameron Witch went down pit road. Kenton? Oh, this is probably like before the start of the... I don't know. Let's go back to the green flag. Let's pay attention to Cooper, because something happened there.
Set our focus there on the blue and white number 91. Inside row. As we come to the green, looks like a little bit of a checkup.
That's what happened. Oh, and then that's why some drivers got registered as leaving pit road. Oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. As wow, yeah,
so a little bit of contact there. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm gonna go back to the wreck that happens in front of these drivers to figure out how this one started.
One of the first names that shows up is James Watson.
All right, number 39 of James Watson. Oh, looks like he got a little bit of action there. Not sure who touched his bumper, but then all of a sudden...
That was a separate incident, too. 75.
Yeah, there's 3 incidents altogether in all this chaos here, Carlos. So much to digest. Wow. What a lap 1. Looks like the 6 got loose. 75. Man, it's so hard to see. So much happening going down the backstretch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong person. My bad. Dude, I don't know. Hold on. Let me get another look.
I know. It's like it just turns left. It's so crazy.
Oh, the 6 had an issue. The 66 had an issue. They were checking up that whole outside line. And in the scramble of everybody moving down a lane or two, some drivers moved down 1, while a couple drivers may have moved down 2.
Looks like the one of Ryan Gavel is going to be blamed for that incident being given the EOL.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go on board here.
As we are now 1 to green.
Yeah, just a little bit of contact there, and that sent the 75 around into the 04, who turned around on the 21's front bumper. So, yeah, I see why Race Control assigned the blame there to the one of Ryan Gavel, who will be getting an EOL, I believe, and have to start at the back.
Great job, Carlos, grabbing those replays for us. Getting that all digested. As you can see here, folks, the field now is double file. The pace truck lights have been extinguished. Our leader is the 32 of Dustin Dewar with the 77 of Jake Scarborough on his outside. Dallas Mahan is there in third, Ray Bracey fourth. Zach Evans and Westergreen, your third row. Caden Tufts, Thomas Capiano, your fourth row. Dylan Thomas, Daniel Gore, your fifth row. As we get ready to come to the green flag. Lots of chaos going on before completing lap number 1 on the 33 before 30 here on 3 wide television. Coming back to the green flag restart here with 5 laps complete.
Uh-oh.
Oh, not a good start for Dustin Dewar there. Looks like he might have missed the shift. That's going to get the lead to number 77 of Jake Scarborough. He's going to have them 2 wide in his mirror. Driving away, looks like Ray Bracey's now going to find himself on the outside of the number 32 of Dustin Dewar. Trying to make it happen, but Dewar with a good exit off of 2 is going to clear them. They're still side by side for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. That battle continues on. Jake Scarborough, clean air, and on his way to leading on to this lap. Dustin Dewar finds himself now
in the second. Back, we've got a yellow flag.
35.
Oh, excuse me, yeah, 35. Gilberto Javier Camara.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure I knew you were not going to say that one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, let's see what happened to poor old Gilberto. Oh, that may have been netcode, honestly.
Oh, man. Netcode or got loose, and that one driver just nowhere to go.
It's a 66, I believe, of Rashid Cole.
Oh, those are outside starter, I believe, right?
The 28 had a godlike run on the outside. I don't think there was contact. I think that was actually netcode. Let's go on board here with the 28. By the way, if you do find out if he did get a sign blame for that, please let me know. It's Mekio Pernasiglio.
He does. Yep,
he does get a sign blame. Okay.
We'll take a good look at the replay here. And just a little bit of contact. I know it
that's
is.
Hard to, for me with these angles. That's hard for me to judge. If yep. There was for sure netcode. The question is, would there have been contact regardless? And that one's too close to call. I cannot confidently call that one. Of course, with the limited angles and times that I have here, race control has more, more free time. They have more angle. They can do whatever they, in terms of like visual wise, they can do whatever they want to get the best view that they can. And they feel that that fault goes on the 28.
Yep. Like you said. Like you said there, if it was either netcode or it was going to happen regardless, that's probably where the race control sees that line. As a couple cars came down pit road that time, we should be looking at the 1 to go signal, I think, here on the back stretch. Let's see. I think they're going to give these drivers, I think we're going to go around one more time.
Yeah, one more time. Look at Ray Bracey, currently in 3rd place, having a fantastic run in this race, and honestly just doing the best he can to get out there and win. And he's got himself a good chance. He's got a fast hot rod. He's been running some good clean races lately, and wouldn't be surprised if this guy parks it in victory lane tonight.
And we cannot ignore that paint scheme either. As we look at the number 77 of Jake Scarborough, our current leader. Looks like race control gave us a lap to let some of these drivers get some of the damage fixed here early on.
Yeah, another lap. Okay, that sounds good. Let's see. I think I can see some of these drivers. We saw Jake Scarborough had an issue in half 1. So the fact that he's back up and running in the front for the second half is good. Same thing with Dustin Dewar. Already talked about Ray Bracey. Dallas Myhan in the number 45, of course, Darren Staff, got suspended 1 week for an unsafe merge at Bathurst last week, which I believe took out the one. I don't remember if it was a one or another vehicle. So he got suspended 1 week for that. And Dallas Myhan has volunteered to step up and drive that number 45. Good to see him running up front and doing well. Actually, the lights are back off. Let's go ahead and finish. Daniel Gore in 5th place with the Danny G machine. But yeah, lights are back off. We're going to go restart this time by.
Yep, race control gave the signal down the back stretch that we were ready to roll. Everybody was back on track and where they needed to be. Pace car driver is going to make the sharp left-hand turn once again down to pit road. Dustin Dewar will bring us to the green flag as the green flag is in the air, but another not good restart. Jake Scarborough on the outside. Great restart. You see the 45 machine there trying to get into third place. Oh, a little loose off the exit of 2. 69 over his back bumper. Almost 3 wide here, going to turns 3 and 4. We're gonna make it 2 wide. As a 69 of Gore is now under the number 45 of Dallas Myhand. There's a 7 there, Ray Bracy.
Oh,
Look at Bracy into the wall. 3 wide into turn 1 now. Something's gonna give. Oh, right on his door. Cannon toughs all the way up to the top. We're gonna be 3 wide down the back stretch. Oh, slight contact there between the 21 of Thomas Campiano and Ray Bracy down the back stretch. Ray Bracy really squeezing him down, trying to give him no room around the turns.
Oh, around goes the 09!
Oh, Miller spins it around. We got more cars
bring
spinning
it
ahead
around
as well.
town. Let's take a look. How about we look at a replay, see what happened to James Miller. Also, Dylan Thomas went around a little bit further down the front stretch, I think just past start finish time. Let's take a look at James Miller first.
Yeah, my pick, James Miller. I don't know if he got a little loose right there and just got finished off by the 52. It didn't look like too heavy of contact. If anything, it's all might be just rear damage, but not sure how much it can affect Arrow. See your little tag
That may
right
have been an
there.
arrow. Listen, I'm not quite sure if the 52 played a part. I don't know how advanced iRacing is in terms of like aerodynamics effects, because like one thing right there that comes to mind, let me keep the same angle, just slow it down, like right here. This reminds me of that Xfinity, or I think it was Nationwide race at the time, where I think Joey Logano was like right on that same area on Carl Edwards' quarter panel at Dover, and that got the car just loose on the last lap and hit the outside wall, and Clint Boyer got sideways, like actual like on 2 wheels. It reminds me of that crash because the arrow push kind of shoved Carl's car. I don't know if iRacing is that advanced. That's what it kind of looks like to me. Could also just be netcode, or the 09 could have just gotten loose and then the 52 just chased it around. Let's go on the gyro cam here. Pay attention to steering inputs. Oh, am I looking at the wrong car? I'm looking at the wrong car. Yeah, you see a bobble there. You see a bobble. I think the 09 just got loose and had to check up a little bit. And I told you, Homestead is a very unforgiving track when it comes to how much you lose when you lose momentum. And with the 52 right on his quarter panel, almost breathing on him, really was nothing that the 52 could have done, from at least from my point of view. I don't know if race control is on the same idea, but that's just an unfortunate situation. Honestly, for me, I would, if I was in that position, I would just say that's a racing deal.
I can agree with you on that one. One thing I will also mention is, I expected these drivers, or I was thinking these drivers were going to have a little bit more grip with the loss in temperature and track, but it looks like it's kind of almost made everybody a little bit more loose. Everybody seems to be having some handling issues. There's a couple cars get the wave around, start to get some of these cars back on the lead lap. I believe we'll be getting the one to go signal here shortly.
I mentioned earlier that last night I did a couple practice laps, mostly hot laps, because I just wanted to beat a couple drivers, which I did beat 2 drivers, so I'm happy for that. But it was very loose, especially in the bottom, trying to put the power down to get a fast lap. There were times where I had to bobble a little bit and you know, and essentially kill my time trial. But yeah, it's loose down there, and it's loose in what I'm assuming is very similar conditions at night.
As the field is now given the 1 to green signal. Drivers will be making their way to the double file pace here. As it looks like Jake Scarborough continues to pick the top. Last restart, I got a little confused.
How come?
I forgot Jake Scarborough was the leader and he was on the outside. That's my bad.
Sometimes.
So I might have called Dustin Dewar leader there, so my apologies on that one, but we're ready to go this time. Let's look at Jake Scarborough, who is our leader. We have now completed, I believe, 15 laps of this 33 lap event. Second half. Fun fact, sim time right now is 12:03 in the morning. That's pretty crazy. As we get ready to come to the green flag, the pace truck will make the hard left-hand turn.
Wait, did you say
Scarborough.
12:03 in the morning?
Yep, sim time, yep. Green flag is back out.
When you get a chance, what date?
October 18th.
Mad. I mean, Vic, you mad lad. He did that on purpose.
I don't know what the reason is behind it.
Because it's 12, it's now the 18th of October, which is officially my birthday.
Well, happy birthday in the second half. As we get back to the racing, it's extremely tight. Whew. All these cars trying to squeeze themselves into positions as Ray Brace there on that bright green and yellow number 7 on the inside. It's so tight. That's the 13, still rocking last week's throwback. Caden Tufts there in the 00 on his outside, and the 45 of Dallas Mahan as a substitute driver this evening for Darren Staff, as the 44 is going to make it 3 wide as we're now halfway through the second half. Scarborough half a second in front of the field, enjoying what he's seeing in his mirror. Well, besides Daniel Gore, the battling behind them. Means it's smooth sailing for the 2 up front. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th in the back is just all under a blanket right here. From the bottom to the top. Tufts right there. Gonna keep it 2 wide for now. 3 wide there. Just barely. This is some great racing.
Some fantastic racing indeed. 2-3 wide here. Homestead has some of the best multi-lane racing here. Progressive banking, definitely favoring momentum. But it's on these restarts, it is just a beautiful shot to see from pretty much any corner.
Homestead is a very gorgeous track. As you see Bracey there trying to make his way back up. He was up. As you see Cooper Johnson at 91 making a great move there on the inside of Ryan Gavel. Trying to put himself in the top 10. Just outside. Cameron Rich trying to make the march forward as well. Miller all the way back there, 21st. After that incident, you can see him just the top of our screen, I believe. Look at all these cars all over the track. As you ride on board with Santiago Aguirre on the sim and in real life. See him fidgeting that wheel, just trying to keep the car underneath him. This track's got a lot of character to it.
And I can't find the exact detail of this car, but it is a throwback to a scheme that they ran in the 24 Hours of Daytona previously. I'm not sure if it was this year or a previous year, But that's the scheme that they ran, and I looked at it, and it looks very identical. As he's in the wall, just a little bit.
Oh, that's the trick with this track. You got to be right on the edge. That's where you can find a lot of the speed right there up top. You can see he just had the clean air, and looked like the car in front of him came up just a little bit. We look on here with the running in the 13th position of Ty McIntosh. Tongue is just getting ready to come out.
Almost. It's peaking.
He's trying.
Oh, that's a little
boy.
scary.
Ooh, that was a close one. Who that was? Not sure who that was in front of him, but it's kind of Jones there on his inside.
That was Thomas Capuano who had to check up. Oh, yeah, who had to check up there.
Things seem pretty calm right now. I'm expecting it to build because we're coming to 10 laps to go.
Right behind him, though, is going to be none other than Zach Evans. But he's
Right
excited.
on board
Hockey
with
season has started. And he's got good things for him to put on his TV back there.
Winter is a good time of year for those winter sports like hockey. Wow, what a move there by Zach Evans. Diving to the inside. Number 6 machine and the Mark Martin look-alike. Binks Designs. Machines is, wow. We look up top, everybody was loose there coming in the home stretch. Cooper Johnson. A couple cars in front of him. Everybody's just trying to push everything to the limits. Jake Scarborough has got the number 69 of Daniel Gore in his rearview mirror. We'll see if it gets any closer.
We're down under 10 laps to go here. We're having the longest green flag run of this second half. As these guys are they're doing the best they can. Zach Evans just barely hits the wall. He's not going to be too happy about that one.
Tries to peek to the outside to keep the clean air on his nose. A lot of these drivers up towards the front have got a lot of clean air and are in really good shape. And I believe Ethan Burrell is now our second place driver. Trying to make that march towards the front again. I believe his run up front in that first half. Close to it. Into Burrell. All over the back bumper here. Jake Scarborough here coming on the backstretch. We're going to have a battle for the lead. As you can see, Daniel Gore is right on board with him on the bottom of our screen. He's in the battle for this lead.
I need to know, is your iRacing also having issues sometimes, or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
Oh man, I gotta check my instrument after this race. Gonna battle for the race lead here between the 44 and the 77 if iRacing wants to show it. There we go.
Irish is like, this is a good time to bleep out of here. Side by side, Ethan Burrell. Looking really strong right now with coming to 5 laps to go. He's trying to make the pass for the lead and possibly the pass for the win. Jake Scarborough is going to be all over his side door, side drafting the crap out of him. But it looks like the Burrell machine is going to be still too strong for the 77 to handle. Burrell will be our new leader in the second half. As Scarborough now finds himself under pressure from Daniel Gore.
Look who is back there in 4th place and has been gaining time fast. It's going to be half one winner Cameron Rich, who we've already covered here, the 29. Whenever it wins, it's always half one, and then half number 2 is followed with tragedy. Last week with Cameron Rich, half one, half 2, he disconnected mid race And then it was also Ethan Burrell and Ethan Stanley who also won half ones with the number 29 machine, and then they had incidents and crashed out in half number 2.
Cameron Rich is just under 2 seconds back. 1.8 seconds. We'll have to see if he can gain anything, but we've only got 3 laps to go. Not a lot of time to gain up that momentum, that space. Ethan Burrell, smooth sailing ahead. Next lap car is almost a straightaway away. No pressure up front. Daniel Gore is 0.8 seconds out back. Still plenty of breathing room. A lot can happen though. Those battles mid-pack. Still lots of cars side by side. 3 wide, battling for every position they can get. It's the Burrell machine's gonna come around. He's gonna see 2 laps to go this time. Daniel Gore still in there, right there in second. Not really gaining too much right now. As they come around the backstretch. Still no lap traffic. Looks like the number 29 machine looking to make a pass for 4th. Excuse me, up to 3rd. We'll have to see if he can get there within striking range. As they are now coming around to the white flag. 1 lap to go for Ethan Burrell here on 3 White Television. Half number 2. 1 lap remaining. Half a lap down the backstretch. No pressure from behind Burrell. Just needs to come around and go through 3 and 4. Nice and easy. Doesn't have to do anything fancy. This will be the easiest win right here for him as compared to pressure coming to the checkered. Almost the second lead. Ethan Burrell, half number 2 winner here at Homestead. Daniel Gore and Jake Scarborough will round out your podium.
Started a little sloppy, but the guys figured out how to drive Homestead there for the last 15 or so laps. Good, clean, green flag, hard racing. One more finisher here coming up. I think that's Mecchio Bernasicchio. No, that's I didn't actually quite see who that was.
There's a 35 machine.
There we go. Congratulations to Ethan Burrell getting another victory in the 44 machine. Or I don't know if this is the first one or not in the 44, but the 44 has won this season already. Congratulations to that 44 machine. As both Ethan Burrell and Cameron Rich can start tearing it down here on the Homestead front stretch. One of my favorite things is this area here. This painted strip of track, which used to be grass back in the day, but you know it got paved over, it got painted. And what's awesome in real life, since it used to be for the championship track, the champion would just celebrate specifically in this area, and whatever color paint, because it used to be yellow for sprint, whatever color paint it was on at the time, if the driver did a burnout there, the smoke was the same exact color, and whoa, the 52 just starts drifting there. As yeah, it's just huge clouds of yellow smoke or blue smoke or whatever color it was at the time.
Yep, those were the days. Somehow Iris needs to figure out how to make us colored smoke.
I'll be one day.
We'll get ready. We'll get ready to look at our results.
Go ahead and clear out all the grabs here. Let's bring up the race results here for tonight. 3YTV presents 33 before 30. The results
added
here.
a lap to tonight's race. Look at that.
Why don't you go ahead and take
Ethan
it away?
Burrell. Yep, Ethan Burrell was our winner of half number 2. Started 20th. Daniel Gore was 2nd. Jake Scarborough will round out our podium in 3rd. Cameron Rich was 4th. 5th, you've got the number 7, Ray Bracey. 6th, Caden Toth. 7th, Dallas Mahan in the substitute position tonight for Darren's staff. 8th was Dylan Thomas. 9th, Cooper Johnson. And rounding out our top 10 was Temis Capiano. 11th spot was our pole sitter of Dustin Dewar. 12th was the David Tooker machine. 13th, you've got Zach Evans. You've got Ryan Gavel there in 14th, exactly where he started. Santiago Aguirre was making some headway, had some late race unfortunes, and finds himself in 15th. 16th was Kynan Jones. 17th, Dave Carpenter. 18th, James Watson. 19th, Ty McIntosh. 20th, Mikael Pernissiglio. 21st, you got David Westergreen. 22nd, Alex Kenton. James Miller, 23rd. Rashid Coles, 24th. 25th, Noah Brown. 26th, Gilberto Gomera. 27th, Matt Hackathorn. 28th, Dylan Gooden. And rounding out our field, Adam Peeler.
What a fun 2 races it's been, and I love Homestead. I charge every league that I broadcast a $1,000 Homestead is not the finale penalty for whatever Homestead is not the actual finale. And boy, let me tell you what, that has made me rich. For legal purposes, I have to specify that was a joke.
Yes, absolutely. As we will get ready, it looks like everybody should be ready for interviews. I believe we will start out with our podium finishers from race number 1. I believe we can start out with, well, it looks like Ethan Burrell was 3rd in our first, and he was our winner in our second, so we will skip that one.
Yeah, let's just do the top 3 finished, or excuse me, 3rd and 2nd for half number 2, half 1 winner, and then half 2 winner.
Okay, you lead the way. You grab him.
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and bring in 3rd place finisher for half number 2, Jake Scarborough. Jeremy, take it away.
Jake Scarborough, you came up 1 half short on me, man. I picked you for half number 1 to have a good run, but unfortunately you waited till second half to have a good run. Walk us through your night, man. This was a quick night. What was the decisions you had to make out there to get up to the front and stay up there in this second half?
Well, second half, I mean, I got lucky with the starting 5th because of the invert, and everyone kind of messed up on the start, put me in second, and was able to time the next restart perfectly to just get the lead. And cautions kept me up there for a while, but it's annoying because I just don't know what I could have done differently to have a little more tire life at the end.
Yeah, it looked like you were just a little short there. Cameron Rich was coming as well. The green flag racing was really great. What was it like out there running 3 wide with those drivers, top to bottom?
It was definitely interesting because the track and the car just felt so weird all night. Felt like some passes were just impossible to make and almost plate racing style where you can't move around much. But it was definitely, you're definitely on the edge the entire time.
Well, 3rd place for the second half. We'll do it for you, Jake. Who do you got to thank for getting you here tonight?
Guys at Redux, giving me the opportunity after stuff happened mid-season. Left Turn Colt, guys over at BRP. You guys for putting on the show, and Carlos for having a 3-wide TV on the car. So we ran a different scheme tonight. Me and Noah decided to run schemes for favorite bands, and sucks that I couldn't win in it, but it is what it is.
Well,
by the way, Jake, I am so sorry. I had the wrong car on you the whole time, and you are not gonna like the car I had on you. It was literally the worst choice of cars I could have had on you.
Was it
I apologize for that.
the Bathurst car?
No, it was a different car number.
Oh.
So I do apologize
Carlos.
for you. That's my bad. Yeah, I accidentally had you on.
I'm gonna go cry now, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But talk about your scheme. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, one of my favorite bands, The Warning. So decided to run that tonight, and Noah was in his Avenged Sevenfold scheme. So we just having some games over here at Redux with our schemes.
Well, it's glad to see that your team is having a good time. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish in the second half. Hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Appreciate it, guys.
Jake Scarborough, your 3rd place finisher in the second half.
I can't believe I did that. That was unintentional, too. All right, let's go ahead and pull in your second place finisher for half number 2, Mr. Daniel Gore. And why? Oh, okay, I see why the issue is. I'm not on the right Discord. Where is Daniel Gore? Here he is, number 69. Daniel Gore in second place. Take it away, Jeremy.
Well, Daniel Gore, this seems to be pretty routine for us, man. If I don't see you here in the booth, I feel like you've had a bad night, man. This was a lot of fun to watch up here in the booth. What was it like from your seat?
Honestly, it didn't really seem like it had too much going on tonight. As a whole, it seemed like a bit more of a tamer race. I mean, half one, I just didn't really have too much speed for them. Half two, I got a little bit lucky with some stack up, some wrecks. Didn't realize I had a little rear left damage till after the race, so Birrell was able to get away. I think that might have been part of the reason, but he was really quick. I wasn't catching him, so overall, I am very happy with second and seventh.
Man, great finishes tonight. Who you got to thank for getting you here tonight?
I want to thank Jordan, the team, and a big thanks to Bojo, fellow racer tonight. He made me an amazing scheme. One of my favorite drivers, Josh Berry. So I'm probably going to run this scheme for majority of the remainder of this season. I just love it that much. So thank you, Bojo.
I really liked up here in the booth, by the way. Danny G was a very nice touch on the side quarter panels.
That was all on him.
It was great to see. Awesome, great run tonight, Daniel. Hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Hopefully. You might as well give me a house key at this point.
Absolutely. And that was Daniel Gore having a great run tonight, finishing second in the second half, and he finished 7th in the first half, so a good points night for him. Our third place finisher in the first half and our second half winner is going to be the number 44 of Ethan Burrell. We're going to bring Ethan Burrell in here now. Man, Ethan, what a night. You find yourself double podiums, man. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, the first half, it went pretty good. I ended up off cycle on the tire strategy and just had to fight and claw to get back up close. And half two, man, I was rolling. We had a bunch of cautions early, but I kept making a couple spots here and there. And yeah, it was just, I kind of just found something that I was just talking to some of the guys in the waiting room that I was kind of keeping the car on the bottom a little bit longer than everyone else, and it was really translating into some good speed. So I was able to thankfully drive up through there and with only a little bit of trade and paint, and got it done, man.
And that was exactly it. There was a little bit of trading paint, but it was great racing overall between everybody throughout the field. Once we got through those first couple cautions, the racing really got strung out, but when everybody was close there, it was some real good side-by-side action, and looks like, obviously, it doesn't look like you did have a great night, and who you got to thank for getting you here tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you to Miss Goodies, Michael Goodman, his mom, and all the drivers at Do Good Motorsports for making this happen for me. I really enjoy coming and running here every once in a while on these Thursday nights. Shout out to you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast. Shout out Ray Bracey too for his cool videos he makes. I always enjoy watching those. And yeah, just last of all, thanks to Vic and the admins for keeping this going. And yeah, man, I don't know if I'll be here next week, but possibly Talladega, I think, coming up soon. So we'll be looking forward to that.
Well, Ethan, if we don't catch you next week, hopefully we'll catch you in the near future. Congratulations again, Ethan. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
Ethan Burrell with a great night, finding himself double podiums. We'll grab the next car, I believe, is going to be James Miller.
No, it's going to be Cameron Rich, half two winner. That'll be it for tonight.
Oh, sorry, Cameron Rich. All right, we'll grab
excuse
him.
me, half one winner, yeah.
Yeah, half one winner, Cameron Rich. Man, you've been really good in this number 29 car. What seems to be clicking for you?
Well, I get good finishes when I'm able to finish the race, it seems. So I'm glad I didn't drop out of the second half. That was actually really fun. I got knocked around a lot there, but it was fun to be able to just get away from the field and run some laps there at the end. And I felt like I was really quick. 5 more laps and maybe could have been at least in the battle for second. But congrats to Ethan. He was fast in both halves. So if he got out there to that lead, it was going to be tough to catch him.
You were definitely on the charge. I saw you coming there in that second half. Just one spot short of a double podium. But you got to be happy with getting at least one half win. And this track was definitely hard to pass at. And you made it through the field. And congratulations again on your first half win. Who do you got to thank for getting you here tonight?
I got to thank Carlos for putting me in the car. Hopefully it's not too bad of a decision when he does it. Everybody at TMR, James, Matt, Tom, Mikey, the guys at Redux, Dan, Noah, Santi, Jake, everybody else. We're going to be actually running the Road Atlanta or Petit Le Mans here on Saturday, so that'll be pretty fun to see how we go there. So going from some oval racing back to some road racing. And I got to thank my wife too. She was in chat and always last but not least.
Don't want to forget her. Congratulations, Cameron. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thanks, guys.
Cameron Rich with a stellar night as well. I believe that is going to do it for interviews tonight. My name was Jeremy Briggs. This was some great racing alongside of Carlos Acosta.
When did your name change?
What did I say there?
That's what your name was. What's it
now?
now?
It was, yeah. Well, it's, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Great catch. Man, he's going to have some great bits. Just have Ray Bracey just listen to my broadcast and he'll have all these great bits.
I still can't believe you got Gilberto Javier Gamero. I think the first time you got every single one of his names incorrect.
I complete every single one of them, and there's no way I can deny it either because it's recorded. So, totally botched it. But I'm glad you're playing along. I appreciate your help, Carlos. And happy birthday tomorrow. Hopefully you have a good 30-year birthday. My name is Jeremy Briggs. Carlos Acosta, 3 Wide Television. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Maybe I should change my name so I can also be was.